Hi again, everybody. Mike Costa with you here on GoAztecs.com, and welcome to another webisode of Aztecs Now Online. Coming up in this episode, we will be previewing the women's tennis season, but first, we'll talk a little basketball. The Aztecs getting a huge win Tuesday night in Salt Lake City over the Utah Utes. They beat them 70-68. They haven't won a lot in Utah, so any game that they win in the Huntsman Center is always big news. Head coach Steve Fisher, after the game, talking about a very important win.
They got a lot of heart. They compete hard. We need to grow and get better. This should help us. But we did. We graduated 4 seniors who started. And to have the group come in here and fight their way through the victory like we did tonight was really, really good for all of San Diego State and all our fans. So we know they were cheering for us back home.
The men will be back in action this Saturday night in Viejas Arena against the nationally ranked Brigham Young Cougars. Make sure you get your tickets for this one. It will sell out. You can go to GoAztecs.com to see what tickets are still available. It is also blackout night at Viejas Arena, so if you're coming to the game, make sure you are dressed in black for the big contest. Now on to the women's side. Head coach Beth Burns and her Aztecs, they took care of the Utes here in town last night, 51-42. They will be in Provo, Utah this Saturday afternoon. Tip-off is set for 1 o'clock, and Chris Ella will have that webcast for you right here on GoAztecs.com. We will take a quick break here. When we get back, our own David Brickley will preview the women's tennis season as Aztecs Now Online continues on GoAztecs.com.
San Diego State basketball takes on the BYU Cougars Saturday, January 23rd at 7 o'clock with reserved tickets starting at just $10. Get a free Aztec Fight Song rally towel at the game, courtesy of Associated students. SDSU students are admitted free with the current red ID.
And welcome back to Aztecs Now Online. Our own David Brickley had the opportunity a couple days ago to sit down with head women's tennis coach Peter Matera. They talked about the season, which is right around the corner, and a team that is looking to get back into the top 25.
Thanks, Michael. The women's SDSU tennis team looks to resume their 2009-2010 season. A young nucleus who's looking to go to the NCAA tournament for the 22nd time.
The Mountain West is very strong. We've sent as many as 5 of the 9 teams to the NCAAs in recent years, and so every year gets a little bit more competitive, and so we're just trying to every year improve ourselves. And I really think that given the freshman class that we brought in this year, I think we've taken a big step towards making big improvements in ourselves. And I think one thing that we really have that's very unique, at least in my 20-plus years here, is that we have a team right now that is going to be intact for 2 years. And I find that very exciting because they're a great group, they're great athletes, they're great people, they get along very well together, and so to be able to maintain that group without losing anybody after this year, I think that's a big plus for us.
With no seniors on this team, it looks like a pair of juniors will lead the way in Julia Trunk and Olivia Coleman. Coach Matera talked about how he wants a leadership role to be spread collectively throughout the team.
I'd like it to become a shared governance situation where they all take some ownership, but you always look to your juniors, the people that have been here the longest. And we've got 2 very strong juniors on this team, Olivia Coleman and Julia Trunk. And so they'll shoulder a lot of the responsibility, and then hopefully they'll pass on to the others the right way to do things.
I want to be a leader for the team, and I also just want to improve my tennis and win as many matches as possible for the team. I think we can have a pretty strong season. Our goal is to finish under the top 25 in the nation and to make it to the NCAAs.
I definitely think the sophomores and the juniors have to step up because we don't, like you said, we don't have any seniors, and the freshmen, they're freshmen, so you can expect that they're going to go out there and give their best. But I really think it's the sophomores and the juniors that have to step it up.
Just want to get to your personal goals for this season.
I want to have a winning record. Last season I had a
the highest team wins, and hopefully I can do that again. That'd be nice.
What are you expecting this team to do this season?
I really want to get in the top 25 in the nation with a team, and then try to win conference and the conference championships. That'd be great.
So the team looks to get back into action January 23rd versus UC Riverside and Cal State Fullerton for that doubleheader. For Aztecs Now Online, I'm David Brickley.
Certainly high expectations this season for the women's tennis team. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Aztecs Now Online. A small programming note, we will not have a show next week, but in 2 weeks, you're going to want to be right here on GoAztecs.com. On February 3rd, we will bring you updates on the new recruiting class head football coach Brady Hoke has coming in, who will become Aztecs next year. For our executive producer, Dave Barry, and David Brickley, I'm Mike Costa. Thanks for watching Aztecs Now Online right here on GoAztecs.com.